Hey there, what's up, Internet? My name is BlackLightAttack. I'm back, baby, and this is the long-awaited episode 46 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. I honestly can't believe I'm even really back at the wheel here. I mean, behind the high winds, hearing this epic, for lack of a better word, I'm sorry. We're off to a bad start because I haven't uploaded anything for you guys in like a million years, and the first thing I do is start off with the word epic, which is so horrendously overused. It's been a long time, basically, and now, alright, there's a little bit of cut in the hype because in between this and the last episode, there will be an episode 45.5, which is the Chocobo Guide, so you guys will actually have already gotten the first episode, well, half episode back in the series, but this is the first, like, proper episode. That episode is scripted, all of the audio. I believe I have to re-record it. This is actually before I've done it, this recording. Obviously, you guys will see it after the Chocobo Guide has gone up, because we now have Chocobo things, but basically, we'll talk about what I've been doing, and where I've been, and why I've returned, and am I back for good? The answer is, at least to finish this Let's Play. Other than that, really no. But we'll talk about all that in good time. We have Final Fantasy to play. I don't want to sit here and fly around in circles. But I will take a quick step out of the high wind to get you guys caught up on what we've been doing in the game. It's been a long time. I kind of need a refresher myself. So in the Chocobo Guide, we did obtain the 4 super powerful materia. Well, 3 super powerful materia and the HP-MP materia. So Quadra Magic is a support materia. Just for a quick recap, junction it to a materia, link it to a materia to cause it to cast 4 times. Mime mimics the previous action taken before that character that used Mime. HP-MP swaps for HP and MP. It's pretty garbage, actually. And Knights of the Round is just an insanely powerful summon. I think I showed it off at the end of the Chocobo Guide. I can't quite remember. But I'm sure we'll get to use it anyway. I might actually just equip it to Sid, because he's kind of my caster right now. Now, I think I'm just leveling these all materials, because if I recall correctly, the Scimitar is really just like a... Yeah, it's just because it's a triple growth weapon. It's actually kind of balls, because it only has 2 growth slots, and I have 2 all materials just hooked up to each other here. And I guess the reason for that is... excuse me. The all materia, once this one gets mastered, it will be worth a shit ton of gil. A lot of people are probably wondering how I have so much gil. That's how, is you just level all materials and then sell them. That's really the main way. Each one that you sell is worth, like, it's something ridiculous. It's like 1.8 million gil or something like that. It's pretty absurd. So basically, recap of what has happened so far. We figured out what Aeris was trying to do. Aeris was trying to stop Meteor from dropping by summoning Holy. Sephiroth killed her in order to do it, and Cloud has surmised that even though Aeris did succeed in praying for Holy to appear, Sephiroth's presence is continuing to block it from occurring. As long as Sephiroth lives, Holy cannot activate. The folks over at Midgar, who are still leading Shinra, namely Rufus, Heidegger, and Scarlet, hooked up the Junior Cannon to all of the Mako reactors in Midgar, fired a giant cannon called the Sister Ray at the Northern Crater, eliminating the barrier, and then Diamond Weapon, which was marching on the city at the time, was killed by the laser, but traded a volley of energy, which blew up Shinra Tower and killed Rufus Shinra. So, we actually have to return to Midgar because now Hojo has gone insane, as though he wasn't insane before, and he is planning on feeding Sephiroth energy intentionally just to see what he's going to do with it using the Sister Ray. So we actually have to return to Midgar in order to stop that. So that was a 5-minute recap. Alright, so we'll get into what I've been doing, why we're here soon enough. That guy hovering above Midgar, that's Ultima Weapon. He just kind of flies around and does shit. But when we fly over Midgar, it's going to trigger this cutscene. So we reach Midgar. I'm going to try to remember all my characters' voices because it really has been that long. Even if we get there, Midgar's under martial law. There'll be no way we can slip into the slums. Looks like all transportation from the slums is cut off. Hey, what do you think we have high wind for? Where are we now? In the sky. Huh? Where are we? If land's no go, we'll go by air. And everyone's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Okay then, we'll parachute into Midgar. And I like how Kate Sith is leading the charge here because he's just like ding, 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 ding. It's just the way he runs. And then I love Vincent's like badass, like, I think he adjusts his gauntlet and then he anime runs on out of there with his like pixelated cape trailing behind him. This was so cool to me. I love this scene. Just like the inspirational Sid music and everybody charging up here. And I'm going to have to work on my audio levels to make sure you guys get the music properly without it drowning out my voice. I haven't edited a video in a very long time. Not to this extent. Choose from the party members below. Change your party's members. So, of course, we have everyone present except for Eris. Now, I did leave a straw poll up to you guys quite a few episodes ago. It was somewhere in the 30s, I think. The episodes, like 33 or 34. I asked people to vote on my final party member. I think I said, basically, the game dictates that you have to have Cloud in your final party. I decided on a character, and then I let you guys decide on a character. So there was basically just, you know, sharing is caring. Everybody got to choose on a character. You guys got to choose one, I got to choose one, and then the game got to choose one. So I think I chose Tifa, and you guys chose Sid. So I think this is our final party here. We are going to play with the other characters some more. Don't worry about that. But right now, these guys are looking pretty OP. I believe as you continue the game, I think all of your non-active characters gain something like 50% or 30% of the XP that these guys are getting, so they actually kind of keep pace with you, but they're all a little weak right now in levels. But we'll stick with our final team for the moment, just I don't feel like changing my materia around at the moment, so why bother with that? Materia, equipment, ribbons, screw that. Here we go! And then they all killed themselves. Now, so you'll see what's happening here. Oh, yeah. I like to think that Vincent actually doesn't have a parachute. They're all parachuting, is what's happening. I like to think that Vincent doesn't have a parachute because he's undead, so he can just face plant into midgear and be fine. Because you can't see one. If he does have one attached, it's like behind his cape. And he doesn't appear in these cutscenes because Vincent, same with Yuffie. If you look, Vincent and Yuffie are not present right now. That's because they're optional characters, and this is a pre-rendered cutscene. So they had to account for the fact that some people wouldn't have them in their party. Most people would, but some people wouldn't. And I find that so interesting. And I really hope that if they ever do make everyone's dreams come true and remake this game, they'll be able to reactively include Yuffie or Vincent or not, depending on whether or not they're in your party. So, Heidegger's going after you all. That's why it's dangerous out there. Let's go underground. Boingy, boingy, boing. Now, keep in mind, if you're new to the series and you're just showing up to see what all the hype is about me returning, Kate Sith's accent is supposed to be a terrible cartoon Scottish accent. That's actually kind of how he talks in any games where he's voice acted, which would be Dirge of Cerberus, and I think he might have a bit in Crisis Core, but also in like the one line he has in let's just start a new save. Why not? Oh right, I don't have enough memory on this memory card. Ooh, okay, makes me kind of nervous. I think my slot 1 is just full of all my speedrun files, so I'll just overwrite one of those. That doesn't really matter. I wonder which one is my, the one where I actually, like, beat the game. I wonder if I ever got to save that. I don't know that the game ever offers you a save point at the end, but these are all, you see I'm like the hallway. Hallway refers to the Sunken Gelnica, but I'm only level 30, or 29. That's because it's a speedrun. It was speedrun practice. I speedran this game for charity one year. It was really fun. It took about 11 hours, which is pretty funny because the world record at the time was about 8 hours. So that's not a good time. It was also like a casual speedrun. Like I kind of went out of my way to pick up some items and stuff. I've talked about it before in this Let's Play, so. Okay, so Kate Sith is dancing here. He knows he did good. You can talk to everybody. I have an old score to settle with Hojo, so let's hurry and go. Alright, so I think, yeah, everybody just kind of says something. This is where we go in. Voila! Yeah, wave your arms around. Please, hurry and come to the Mako Cannon. Ah! I love his little jump animation. He's just like, blarg. Just fuck it. We're going. Alright, so this is actually, oh god, I remember this area. I'm kind of flying blind here, and this area is actually quite a pain in the ass. There are a lot of items around here, but they're pretty obnoxious to get to, honestly. And I can't remember if this is one of those areas where, like, a bridge or something collapses, and if you don't do things in the right order, you can't get certain items. But if I recall correctly, I think these guys might have something we can use. I should also probably remove the curse rank from Tifa, or set it to weight style. Okay, no, mute mask. I forget what a mute mask does, but it's not very good. Oh, let's find out. Oh, no, it is actually set to weight. Never mind. Meat Mask probably is just a silence. Yeah, uses silence on all opponents. I don't know why you would, like, throw a mask at someone, but maybe it's a metaphor. I don't know. If, like, you think, like, a screen? Like, if it was, like a screen or something, if the word was screen, maybe it'd be, like, a smoke screen. Excuse me. But, you know, instead of, like, a literal screen, like a piece of cloth or something. I don't know. I think I had those guys. Those guys share a model with a character that appears in the Shinra building that you can steal a carbon dangle from, so that's probably what I'm thinking of. Alright, so this guy, I think he just hit those 3 manhole covers, he like kind of switches between them, and because it's like, this game is semi-turn based, you have to like, you know, he'll be able to dodge your attack basically, and you have to basically play whack-a-mole with him, but there's only one dude, even though there's I think like 3 targets. So let's see what we got. I think there's some good stuff in here. We got the elixir. So this is getting towards the end of the game. We're still on disc 2. We're getting towards disc 3. That disc change will be happening shortly. Not shortly, but relatively soon, within the next couple of episodes. And so basically we're going to start finding like some of the really powerful items, like not even the sort of like optional side quest stuff like chocobo breeding kind of stuff. Man, Tifa's just so OP right now. It's kind of absurd. I love it so much. I don't really know that she should be doing this kind of damage at this point in the game without us excessively grinding, but that's why the Power Soul is just so awesome. Man, the encounter rate I feel like is really high here. So anyway, this would be a good time since we're basically just going to be exploring this room and going to where the action is. I guess it would be a good time to talk about like where I've been, why am I back, what are we up to in the game. So basically, I actually feel really bad because I went back and watched the old Final Fantasy video. Well, actually, the most recent Final Fantasy videos, I should say, just to get myself caught back up, see where I am in the series. And for those of you wondering, it's actually, I guess, it's not that weird listening to your own voice and watching your own Let's Plays and stuff because I've been doing it for a long time because I always like proofread the stuff I put out. So I got used to like hearing my own voice, so it's not that weird, I guess. But also, I'm sitting there talking during the Let's Play about how like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to do these more and yada yada, and I'm definitely going to be coming out with more of these soon. And then I just quit, and I really didn't leave you guys with a whole lot of like notice about what that was about. And I think it had something to do with the fact that I was trying to switch gears and become a Let's Play channel, and I was kind of trying new things. I had a couple of projects that I ultimately was really unhappy with, and those projects were most notably like Killer is Dead and Pokemon Heart Gold, I think it was the Mono Bug Heart Gold run. Now my issue with the Heart Gold run was just that I think I basically oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't know if that limits me in any way. Maybe I can still get all the items. I'm not really sure. Ooh, what do I steal from you? This is called the Behemoth. This guy is present in most Final Fantasy games somewhere. In this case, he's just like a kind of powerful enemy, but in this game, he's really not that big a deal, to be honest. Couldn't steal anything, though. Actually, you know, I should have mugged again. What I really should do is master my steel materia so I can have another one that has steel on it and not mug, because Tifa mugging things will basically kill all of them. Actually, I might have a steel materia. I might. Let's see about that. So basically, I became frustrated, even though I was pretty happy with this one, with this what's it called? Oh yeah, we did master it, so we totally have a steel materia somewhere. Just gotta find it. It's the only thing. I guess we'll take off manipulate because it's mastered anyway. We can have that steel materia. Okay, so now Cloud can steal things without killing them, whereas Tifa cannot. So this Let's Play I was quite happy with. Even though like I guess my channel as a whole was kind of in decline as far as like viewership versus subs go. Like I had a lot of dead subs, and I think there's a lot of reasons for that. I think a lot of it was just like my constant shift in focus because I can't really sit there and do the same thing. I change a lot. I get antsy. I change my mind. I need to be doing new things pretty constantly to keep myself entertained. And due to that, I think, you know, I picked up a bunch of people from Call of Duty, and then I picked up a bunch of people from Pokemon, and then I probably picked up less people, granted, from all from my Let's Plays, and basically, like, my focus just wasn't, there was no focus to my channel, and, like, in the past, I'm definitely guilty of blaming, like, you know, inactive subs on everything, but really, it was just my fault, you know, YouTube sucks, or, you know, everybody, I guess I never really shirked any of the blame, but anyway, I just wanted to apologize for ever saying things like no one watches the series is something that I've definitely said before, and clearly I was exaggerating, but that's still not nice to hear as somebody who watches these series and just is like, well, I'm somebody, I enjoy this, and really, that's what it needs to get back to, and something that I just struggled with, and something that ultimately I just failed at was, kind of realizing, like, this should be for the love of the games and the love of commentating, not about, like, your viewership. And, you know, I really wanted to make it a job. I really wanted it to be full-time. That never happened. It was frustrating. So I guess I just, you know, was kind of lashing out and being a baby about it. So apologies about that. But basically, that's not why I quit, though. Actually, why I quit was basically I had those two series, Heart Gold and Killer is Dead, that I really just found more frustrating than anything else. I was not enjoying myself, and I basically ended up taking a break, and I think I talked about it a little on Twitter when I was taking a break, but I didn't upload any sort of official announcement, and then that little break became a huge hiatus, and I actually didn't even have any uploads or anything talking about where I was, except for the occasional, ooh, they have a enemy skill. Do I have that enemy skill already? Apparently not. Well, let's get that on everybody, then. Can we manipulate? Well, no, because I took off my manipulate materia, like, just a second ago. I kind of want to sit here until he uses it on someone. Do I have a sense materia, at least? I do not. Okay. Because I want to see if he has enough MP to cast that again. I get the feeling this guy probably can't be manipulated anyway, but let's go ahead and Dragon Dive, because we need this second limit break, so... I decided to take a hiatus and kind of start I think there was only about like a 2-week period where I didn't do any sort of broadcasting whatsoever. That quickly ended because I went to streaming on Twitch, and I did talk about that on Twitter, and I think, you know, I uploaded my my like announcement videos, stuff like that, to say like, hey guys, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch, and that started to kind of come into its own for me pretty quickly. Now, I was lucky enough to be one of like the first people on Twitch, one of the earliest examples of a person who is partnered with like lower statistics on Twitch, because unlike YouTube where like literally anybody can be partnered, Twitch actually has like standards for their partnership program. Well, I guess I should say our partnership program. And they lowered, originally it was like a VIP only thing, like unless you were a huge channel, like they only started considering you at like 500 concurrent viewers with every stream, which is quite a bit. If you've ever tried to stream yourself, like most people get like 2-3 viewers on their first, like it's difficult to get. 500 people is a lot. 500 views on a video on YouTube, not that much. 500 concurrent viewers watching at the same time on Twitch is a pretty substantial audience. So most people did not have a partnership. I was one of the first smaller channels that was granted a partnership. Kind of see like, hey, let's see what happens when we give kind of like more like smaller, tighter, more community-based channels the access to like a sub button and stuff like that. I'm actually going to go back because I think I have some more items to grab that I still have the ability to. Maybe not. I might have fucked myself up. I'm not sure. I started streaming on Twitch. Getting the partnership with Twitch was a pretty big deal. And I started being like pretty successful with it too, like lots of a pretty high subscriber ratio despite my relatively low viewership. I probably had like at my peak, it's probably averaging like 100 to 150 concurrent viewers, and that didn't last too long. But eventually, I would start averaging like 75, 80 viewers a stream, which is, you know, pretty decent. And my subscriber count was like 80. I had like 80 people subscribing. Keep in mind, subscriptions on Twitch are a paid service, so that's a big deal to have 80 people that want to subscribe to you, which is like, you know, in my case, it was like 100% of my audience basically. That's an impressive ratio, right? And since I've started working for Twitch, which, spoiler, this is where this leads, I have seen people with much better ratios than that. But at the time, I was very, very impressed with myself. And basically, I just enjoyed Twitch more. The interactions are more pleasant and more direct. Basically, you're just sitting there just talking to people, basically. You know, it's less like behind a wall with the comment section on YouTube, and then obviously, you know, there are just criticisms that we could levy at YouTube that we're not going to talk about right now, but, you know, as far as the way you interact in the new comment system, and new, quote-unquote, it's really not new at this point, but Google Plus integration, all that fun stuff, so, all those things considered, it kind of made more sense to only stream on Twitch. It was just more fun. I was enjoying it, and it was like, okay, well, when do I get to go back to Heart Gold and Killer is Dead? I think I pretty early on I axed Killer is Dead, like publicly and officially, just like, no, I'm never going back to that. You can't make me. That game is horrible. But I think Heart Gold wasn't really an issue of the game I was playing so much as like I just didn't really want to do Pokemon for a while, and I jumped right into it right after Platinum. I didn't even give myself a chance to cool off, calm down a little bit, so that was definitely not smart. So that's why I departed originally, and I honestly do feel bad about the way it happened, because it wasn't a planned thing. It wasn't like, well, I'm just not going to do YouTube anymore. It was more of a, you know, I need to take a break from this for a little while, and I should have announced that part, but I didn't, because I didn't expect it to last as long as it did, and then eventually it became like a, hey, this is pretty nice. So I just didn't go back to it for a while. Now, why am I back now? Am I coming back to YouTube? And the answer to that is not really. So basically this year, if you've been around the channel for a while, then you probably know about the Extra Life campaign. For those of you who don't know what that is, Extra Life is a charity event that happens every year. And, whoops, actually, I just used Omnislash, okay. Extra Life happens every year. It's a charity event. You pick a children's hospital sponsor, and then you live stream 24 hours in an effort to raise money. This year, I decided to set a whole bunch of stretch goals for my stream to reach. My initial goal was $2,000 raised for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is where I'm from. Excuse me. I think, yeah, my initial goal was $2,000. I ended up raising over $5,000 thanks to my incredibly amazing, generous community, and I set a whole bunch of stretch goals along the way, basically saying, you know, if you reach this much beyond 2,000, then I will do this. One of the stretch goals was I will finish Final Fantasy VII before the end of 2014, so that is exactly what I'm trying to do right now. Let's see, okay, let's put that in manipulate materia. That's it. Should be good. So what happened in that time was, and I'm running pretty close on time here. We've basically spent the majority of this Let's Play in this fucking room, which I hate. But, oh well, such is life. I swear I can get back up there. There's one more item I need, and I'm trying to remember how to get it. It might be going up this tube. No, I think that's where I came from. Oh well, we'll figure it out. The battles are killing me here. So, man, I really, you know what? All I need to really do is just put on like an encounter none materia, but I don't think I have that yet. So while I was streaming, basically a position opened up with Twitch for being partnerships associate. And that job entailed basically vetting people for the partner program, because, like I said, you know, Twitch absolutely does have standards and stuff, even though they have slackened. So basically, there's a vetting process, and by some fucking miracle, I was chosen for the job, and I picked up all my stuff, and I moved 3,000 miles from home. Home for me is, as I mentioned previously, Philadelphia. I now live in East Bay, just outside of San Francisco, and I work my dream job, which is working for Twitch, and it's pretty fucking incredible. So between my job and streaming and all my friends that I hang out with out here, I really don't have time to broadcast like I used to. Definitely don't have time for YouTube, and I don't even have time to stream on Twitch as often as I'd like. Currently, at the time of this recording, at least, I'm doing a playthrough of the new Pokemon games, Omega Red, or excuse me, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which is going pretty well. Actually, stream turnout for that has been fucking incredible. It's been like 150 to 200. I see they have like some kind of pull power with Pokemon that I don't want. Like, I want people, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that people show up and watch my streams for Pokemon. I just wish that, like, if I had a pick, I wish my strength would lie in, like... Actually, no, Pokemon's a pretty good one. I'm trying to think of something I'd rather have than Pokemon. I don't know, Pokemon's pretty good. Pokemon's great to stream because you can just chill out and talk to the stream and not even really think about what you're doing because it's fucking Pokemon. It's just, who cares, but... You know, it's not really all that intense. So I think I may have missed my opportunity to get this. People are going to freak out at me if that's not the case. But I'm sick of running around in circles, and that item, I feel like I miss it every time anyway. Alright, so let's see if we can manipulate this guy, because that would be actually just be plum dandy. Did you really just say plum dandy? Yeah, okay, I didn't think so. Well, we can sit here and wait for him to cast the question mark spell, but... Oh, no, you know what? I feel like the question mark spell we can learn in the Shinra Mansion, so why would I bother learning it from this turn? I think I might actually already have it on every enemy skill except for the one that Tifa had equipped, so I guess I just got lucky. Anyway. So, that's what I've been up to. And so I guess we're now officially caught up, and this is Final Fantasy VII being recorded to its completion, and a lot of this is going to be editing work for me. I feel like I'm just basically going to like run through this in a couple of nights, knock out all the recordings, because I go home pretty shortly now. This recording is happening the 25th of November. No idea when you guys are going to get it, because like I said, I have a lot of editing ahead of me to do, but whenever that ends up happening, oh god, I went the wrong way, kill me. We're basically going to like get back to the save point. That's going to be the episode. This is alright, so we're starting off a little bit slow. So a lot of editing ahead of me, so I don't know when you guys are getting this, but 25th of November, and then I go home December 16th for Christmas, and then I don't come back until January 6th, so I'm actually home for quite a while, and I'm very lucky that I can do that, but the real downside is, like I said, I promised I would have this series knocked out and finished by the end of 2014, and I'm not bringing all my recording equipment. That is absolutely not happening. I can deal if I have to like put all my footage onto an external and then, you know, fly with that and then edit it at home, because I'm sure I have a computer with Sony Vegas installed somewhere back home, and I have a backup rig and everything, so I should be good to edit from home. I just cannot record, so I have to finish this game by December 16th, and that's kind of putting... It's not too little time, but it is putting like a lifespan on this. Now, I spoke about Extra Life. There were a couple other incentives that the stream met, which is awesome. So there are a couple other things you guys will see from me. If you guys like 60-second Let's Play, for anybody who's been around the channel for a while, you may remember a series that I also got burnt out on that I did that was called 60-second Let's Play, where I basically condensed the gameplay experience of a game down to 60 seconds and cracked jokes and acted like an idiot. That is also making a return for one whole episode. I know, wow, one episode. So I think what I'm going to do is, so basically I did a straw poll of that with my stream community, and they decided on Kingdom Hearts, the first one. So I think I do have Kingdom Hearts 1.5, so I will probably stream through that and then just record it as I go. And then we'll chop that up and make that into a 60-second Let's Play. You know, I'll redo all the commentary and everything, so it'll be a fresh thing. But I don't have a time limit on that. This I have a time limit on, so that has to happen. The other thing is I have a dramatic fan fiction reading. I believe the fan fiction that was chosen was Shrek and one of the characters from Attack on Titan having a love affair, so that should be fun. I get to read that. I can't remember if this is... I think this is where we get W item. We have to actually go back really far here, and this sucks. So those two things are coming in addition to Final Fantasy VII, but I don't quite have a time frame on them yet because I don't know when I'm going to get to them. It's kind of like whenever I can, which was originally going to be my plan for Final Fantasy VII. It was originally going to be like, I'm going to finish this whenever I can. I want to finish it. I never wanted to leave this game unfinished. This game is my baby. I need it. I need it in my life to be good and complete. I need this game to feel whole. But, like I said, I had other things on my plate. Very, very busy life. things are actually happening in my life now. By the way, if you're wondering what my living situation is like, I live by myself in a little one-bedroom apartment in the East Bay. I'm not gonna get any more like specific than East Bay, but these guys suck because they have the longest attack animation ever, and they don't even actually do any damage. I don't think. I think they just slow you because they're assholes. But yeah, that's what's been up with me. I'm doing really well. I hope you guys are doing as well as I am, if not better. But I think this is really going to be it for episode 46 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to have to get back to here later. I hope that the commentary was good. I haven't done this in forever. I feel super rusty. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are looking forward to more to come. So, yeah. You can like the video if you want. I honestly don't actually give a shit. Like, I have no investment in YouTube anymore, so I don't actually care. But yeah, you know what I do want you to do though? I honestly want you guys to leave a comment and say what's up. Tell me if you're excited to see me back. Tell me if you think I'm an asshole for abandoning you guys, if that's how you feel. Just want to talk to you guys. That's all I want. So leave me a comment. Like if you give a shit enough to. I do not care. Leave a comment is what I want. Talk to you guys later.